Hi, I'm Charles Fernandez. I'm from Guatemala. I'm a modern pentathlon Olympic athlete, and I'm also part of the pure performance team for Shackley. It's an honor to represent Shackley and Guatemala in these next Olympic Games. So go Guatemala! So Tokyo for me means a lot more than what my first Olympic Games meant to me. And that doesn't necessarily have to do with, oh, these are more important games for me, but more about what it represents and the journey that I've lived leading up to these games. As most of you know, it hasn't been easy for many athletes to live through that year and a half extension of knowing that the Olympic Games were going to be postponed all the way until 2021. But I think that through that process, there was a lot of learning done. There was a lot of obstacles that were overcome. And I think that more defines who an athlete is and who a person is rather than a result, because obviously resiliency, discipline, motivation, all these things have to do with leading up to an event that's very, very important, which is the Olympic Games. And so for me personally, just knowing that I've made it this far and I'm super, super close to having my dream come true, which is competing in my second Olympic Games, I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be more blessed to be in the position that I'm at. And that's why Tokyo means so much to me. So some of my strengths in modern pentathlon have to do a lot with, I would say, my physical strength, the ability to finish strong, the ability to find energy from somewhere and apply that to the important moments of the competition. In modern pentathlon, especially in the Olympic Games, yes, we have strength in sports. Like I would say that riding is one of my strengths, fencing can be one of my strengths, but at the end of the day, when you're talking about, your weaknesses in pentathlon, especially at the Olympic Games level, those are almost non-existent. It's to say that we can't have weaknesses at a high performance level, especially at an Olympic level. For me, my weakness would say, yeah, I can struggle a little bit in the shooting, but that struggle at the end of the day is something that's almost just not allowed. Why? Just because we have to be prepared for the best performance possible. And so I would say that my weaknesses don't directly have to do with this individual sport itself, but how I think and how I process my emotions during that day. And that's something that I need to be conscious about when competing and executing my job to the best ability possible. So when I look at the power and the ability and the talents that I have within me, I ask myself, where does this all come from? Why is it so strong within me? And I think a lot of that has to do with my purpose in life. And that has a lot to do with the people behind me and what I believe in. And that personally is the core foundation of who I am. The people of Guatemala are the people who motivate me to do what I'm able to do, and who I believe in is what gives me the talents and the ability to be where I'm at. And when you put those two things together, it just gives you a passion, it gives you a drive, it gives you a purpose in order for you to fulfill the plan that you have for your life and the plan that's set before you in order to reach your objectives and reach your goals. And that's something that I've always lived out all these years of my professional career. I can't be more blessed and I can't be more happy to be in the position that I am in, with representing my country, representing my people, representing my faith, and just representing everything that I've come to in my Olympic career, and having that chance again to go and represent all these people, all the supporters behind me at the Olympic stage. It's just an absolute honor and blessing to be able to have that chance again, despite all the uncertainties and everything that has been going on. So I'm just very happy and very, very fortunate to be where I'm at. So when I'm going through a process, like going through the Olympic Games and training for the Olympic Games, it can get very, very difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I've gone through, and I'm going through very difficult times emotionally and mentally, just trying to keep my head in the game and just holding on to that Olympic objective. But for me, mostly, especially in all my years of competing as a professional athlete, one of the biggest things that's helped me emotionally is knowing that I'm giving absolutely everything. And what that means is that sometimes, whether you win or lose, victory is obviously awesome and losing is not. But for me, emotionally, what helps me through that process is knowing that I gave absolutely everything of me in order to ensure the best result possible. Sometimes there's good days and sometimes there's bad days. But knowing that when I cross that finish line in Tokyo, I want to remember and look back and say, I couldn't do anything better than what I did those past few months in order to prepare for the Olympic Games. And if I know that, I'm at peace with myself. And most of the time, I'm not going to lie to you, most of the time when I know that I've done absolutely everything in my power to do the best results possible, or to do the best job possible that lead to those results, positive results have come. Obviously, that doesn't ensure that there's always going to be good results. The Olympic Games are the Olympic Games. But for me personally, and I believe for you, it's more about knowing that you've did your best ability and that you gave it all. And you should be proud of yourself for that, because not everything in this world is perfect and not everything in this world is going to go our way. But if you know that you're doing things proactively in a positive manner with a positive mindset, then regardless of what you're doing, you know that you gave your best and you are you, because obviously, you're special. And that knowing that gives a positive mindset, gives a positive attitude towards life, knowing that even though you might not reach your objective yet, you're getting there closer and closer. And, for me, that's what's most important for me. And that's the mindset that I'm going to go into the Olympic Games. Literally what I just told you is that same mindset, knowing that I'm going to look back when I cross that finish line, regardless of what the result was. And I'm going to ask myself and say, Charles, did you give absolutely everything you could to the best of your ability? And if that answer is yes, then regardless of what the result is, I'm going to be happy with myself, because that's what I'm here to do. It's just give to the best of my ability. Thank you, Shackley family. Go Shackley and go Guatemala.